What is up, the world of the living? My name is letsplay. Welcome back to Truly Bedrock, friends. Last couple of episodes we took a little bit of a break from the main commercial stuff that I've been doing during this season. We went to Bruno's party, we did a little bit of a house for our first villager, that kind of stuff. And I've been basically spending my entire free time filling up chests upon chests of materials that I will need for the final episode of Let's Build the Minecraft Castle, which, yep, coming up sometime next week. I am working on it, don't at me. Today, however, I figure it's time we looked into something we started doing basically from the get-go this season, and that is the entire cryptocurrency situation and the made-up currency called DUM that I instigated. I let it run itself for a little while, as any good economy would, and I honestly cannot wait to find out the results of it. Quite a few things also changed over here at the shopping district, so all of this requires investigation, especially the giant milk bucket. Is this goat milk? Is this what we're doing right now? Miracle pink eye cure, not snake oil, honest, 10 diamonds per bucket. I'm gonna bet T-Stone. Yeah, this smells like T-Stone. Well, first and foremost, we need to check in with our bank. By the way, thank you so much for all your suggestions for the name of the goat. I still don't know what to name him. Sorry. There apparently is something or other going on. To the owner of this building, following Gruva's repeated requests for you to pay royalty fees for the use of the orange in your build, we have been instructed to take up the collection service. The original fee of the 5 diamonds still stands, however, as we have now expended time and resources on the collection process. Wow. This sum is due immediately and without delay. Failure to pay the sum stated could result in further correspondence, including further fees. Payment can be made to Gruva directly or by leaving a chest within payment and note near his chest monster. Yours got collection service. You live! The economy! Run itself! For 5 friggin' minutes! Okay, let's see. So this is basically Gruva demanding I pay him for daring to use orange in my build. Which, you know what? I'm gonna do the most out of character thing in my entire life. I'm gonna pay him twice here. Just to get him off my back once and for all. I am seriously not in the mood of dealing with this. So I'm just gonna rename this thing here. Dude, please. Signed Zloy. And leave it be somewhere around here-ish. I will have to eventually explain to him that he can't own the color orange. Like, of all the things you can and cannot own, you'd think that that would be kind of self-evident. Anyhow, scrolling through this, a lot of DUM has been taken out of the chests, and seemingly and impossibly, even more DUM has been spent in my shop. Basically because this is the only DUM receptacle in the entire thing. On one hand, this is good. This makes that Zloy is making money. On the other hand, this is bad because this means that this currency is not circulating. It's instead accumulating at my place, which, yeah, it's only fair that we put all this cash back into the economy and actually pay other people for their services today. Of which there are not many, unfortunately. People are really not hasty to buy up into the entire, you know, money scheme. So of all the shops that have successfully opened, it seems like only a few are actually offering the products for the DUM. There is, of course, elytra shop, which I helped assemble. This one is selling tridents, and specifically the riptide ones, to help people save up on the gunpowder. 10 diamonds each, other currencies coming soon, that helps me none. There is now DB's shop, which is selling a bunch of very interesting materials, including witch farm drops, and other kind of stuff. There's T-Stone's Purpur and Purium, which is currently offering stuff for DUM, so I should probably try and reward him for that. Actually, I'm gonna take an entire half a shulker just because I can, and also because I feel like encouraging people into offering different currencies right now. And there's a special silent selection, which is a shop that is offering quite a bit of stuff, but none of it for the currency that I care about. Not even the firework rockets, which unfortunately is what I need the most right now. Okay, he managed to make the bow shoot a firework. There is another shop that is currently selling fireworks for. This shop here is called Area 42, and Slack and Foxy are in charge of it. And they are actually offering you to pay with different currencies. For example, the dam. One dam per stack, as opposed to... let me see. Oh my lord. They're not even offering diamonds. The only two currencies they are offering are copper and dam. That is amazing. Because nobody is gonna go shopping with copper. Are you friggin' kidding me? So this is actually good news for me because I'm dumb rich. I'm dumb rich, but I'm dumb rich not even in a cheaty way. Not even because I am the one in charge of the bank. I'm dumb rich just because I had a very successful shop there. Unfortunately, as practice shows, people are gonna start running out of the need for any more enchants. Which is why I might want to pivot if I want to keep the money flowing. On top of that, I want to keep the money flowing. So I need another shop that people are gonna want to buy from. And the only one that comes to mind right now is the gunpowder. Look, there are only two businesses that make money on Truly Bedrock all year round. And those are firework rockets, because everybody needs to fly, and concrete, because nobody feels like making it. And unfortunately, in this situation, yeah, the market research I just done is really not on my side. See, right now in the game there are 3 sources of gunpowder: witches, creepers, and ghasts. And as it stands right now on Truly Bedrock, Silent Whisperer already has built the most powerful ghast farm available. DB has the witch farm, and Slack and Foxy are farming creepers using a general mob farm, which unfortunately doesn't leave me anything if I want to do something original. Beyond that, I don't feel like a ghast farm is a project that I can just undertake right now, especially because it will have to do in the nether. Witch farms require a witch hut, which is somewhere out there in a swamp, and I really don't want to go too far away from my base, but the general mob farms are fairly available and can be built basically everywhere, especially on the Bedrock Edition, where the spawning radius is that much smaller, which means that we can make it pretty much without having to make a giant-sized perimeter. Besides, what I do think I can add to the mix that the other people are perhaps not necessarily adding is this thing here. Looting. Admittedly, the other people are probably using trident killers, which also allow you to use the looting effect. You know what, I'm just gonna try, and I'm just gonna go. And by the end of the day, I'm gonna have a mob farm. And if it works, then it works. And if it doesn't, I'll just buy Foxy out or something.
Hey, Sloy. All the way over there.
We appear to be at a stalemate.
Yes.
Your base is here. My base is there. And that's something I personally did not account when I decided to build a giant castle that's going to overshadow whatever you can build.
I didn't notice. You didn't realize that? You didn't notice that there?
I mean, admittedly, okay, with this entire project, I had no bloody idea how big it's gonna be. And then it went, and it just kept on venting. And yeah, so honestly, like, my bad. But the reason I call upon you is because I believe I'm about to build an even bigger eyesore, and I will need your patronage about that.
Okay. What have you got in mind?
A mob farm. Essentially.
Mob farm.
Yes.
Okay. Well, I did have plans for a mob farm.
Oh.
So if you want to...
Was it gonna be where my castle is? Just asking.
No, but I did have my eyes on that village, but that's fine. I have zombie villagers now.
Either way, that's the thing about the mob farm, though. I don't really know where to put it in a way where it's not gonna interfere with whatever plans you have for your place, and whatever plans I have for my place. Because again, I don't know how big this thing is gonna be by the time I finish with it.
Okay. Well, how about somewhere in between, but over the water? I don't think anyone's doing anything with the end island.
Yeah, you say that, but that is gonna obstruct the view on my castle and out of my castle.
I'll still be able to see it.
Well, yeah, but I'm pretty sure you'll still be able to see it no matter what, because your base is like 1, 2, 3, 20-ish blocks away from it.
It really is like closer than I thought, actually, looking at it.
Like your poor nether portal is just there.
I'm feeling very like poor compared to what you've got going on over here. I need to up my game, but that's fine. You're making me want to challenge myself, so I appreciate that, actually.
Thank you. That's very kind. That's a very kind way of going about it, I believe.
Okay, yeah. So I mean, you wanna go in together with that? Because
I don't know. Have you ever built a thing like such as this before?
Yes, but not here. Not on a bedrock. I mean, not on a bedrock world.
Yeah, I haven't really either. Like, there was one time when I made one of those, and that was on Java, and the spawning algorithm was so forgiving that it just allowed me to be very shoddy with it and still rained me with monsters. This here, it's not that. It's not that, is it? The mob cap is like 5 zombies.
Well, I think I know enough that to work it out. I feel like I could work it out and it would work. Does that make sense?
Well,
I think I have enough to go on.
Oh, I hope you do. Maybe between the two of us we can scramble enough for a mob farm.
We can muddle through, yeah.
Yeah. There's just only one thing I can just tell you about the mob farms on Bedrock Edition specifically that like we will have to keep in mind. I want this mob farm for gunpowder, naturally. But the trick is that with Java Edition you can just limit spawning to no one except creepers. And that will output shameless amounts of creepers. On Bedrock Edition it actually works the opposite way.
So you'd get the same amount of creepers and nothing else.
If like say 5 zombies were and a creeper were about to spawn, what Java Edition will do is it will spawn 5 creepers and a creeper. What Bedrock Edition will do, it will spawn 1 creeper and no zombies.
Yeah.
So this will have to be a general mob farm, maybe even with spiders, that kind of stuff.
Okay, yeah. Well, that's fine because that is useful stuff.
Yep. So I'm just gonna give this shulker box of spruce logs to you and see you in 10 to 5 work days. Bye.
You leaving it to me?
Yeah, just make a really good mob farm.
What? Slotty, thank you for coming back. I hoped you weren't going to leave that all to me.
I ran out of firework rockets and had to come back and ask for more. Anyway, yeah, what are we doing? How are we doing it?
Well, I have these.
Okay.
Because we've got the fancy pack.
Oh, you mean that one?
This. Woohoo!
I'll be honest, I have completely no idea what this does or like how it functions. So please explain to me as if I'm 12.
You want me to explain? Okay.
Yeah.
So, armor stand turns into a spawn radius marker. There's 2 circles. Green one. Anything outside the green one, inside the red one, is a spawnable area from the player's position.
So this basically is an add-on that helps you figure out how close to you nothing will spawn. So this is like radius. If this is an AFK spot, then that green ends at 24 blocks, right?
That's right, yeah.
Awesome. Of all the ways to show that, they decided to demonstrate it using a giant watermelon?
Watermelon. I'm sure it made sense somewhere along the way.
I mean, I'm pretty sure that's just Fox's lack of ability to make this thing into an actual sphere as opposed to like just a spheroid some sort. But yeah, this thing now is demonstrating the overall spawnable spaces, meaning that we have quite a few of those if we
Yes.
had the AFK spot down here.
Yeah.
However, if we go approximately 64-ish into the up...
I'll meet you. I'll meet you up there. with my scaffolding. Did I beat you?
No, this is... yeah, it went way faster. Aha!
I didn't have enough.
You didn't have enough! This also means that if we go all the way up here and plop it down and give it the thing and what... just shift right click? Ah! Oh gosh, this thing appears. Yeah. Then you will notice that from down here, nothing is within either of the spheres, meaning that there's no extra spawning places. So if you just put the AFK spot down up there, we won't need a perimeter, we won't need any sort of anything, we will just be able to what's the word? To keep all the spawning spaces up there, which is where our mob farm is gonna be, which is where all the monsters are gonna spawn, instantly get dropped into the water stream, instantly get dropped into a kill chamber, get killed and spawn again. Which is what we want out of a mob farm, I am assuming. Nice.
It's also going to be very visible.
Yeah, especially if we don't actually remove the giant red ball surrounding it. Right, so this gives us the approximate idea of where the kill chamber and the AFK spot are supposed to be. We probably should mark it with some sort of a material, but I don't have... oh, blue ice. There we go. And
I did drop this down so I could reach it though, so it's a bit lower than...
well, it's one block lower than we planned. It really doesn't matter, I don't feel. But
okay.
There we go. This is much more notable now, and much harder to stand on, mind you. Still, yes. We got all of the spruce logs. The actual thing is gotta be another 24 upwards. Oof. That's a lot of building, especially depending on how many spawning spots we actually want. So I guess we better get to it.
Yes.
Okay, so this is done, I guess?
Yeah, it took like 5 minutes.
I will stab you. I will stab you so hard. Alright, so right now we are actually preventing the spawns from happening inside of the box of darkness. The entire farm, if you're curious, is functioning on the idea that mobs see the closed trapdoors the same way they see open trapdoors, which is as a full block. They will get fooled and just walk off of it. And the platforms are 2 by 2, so 4 blocks like this, for no other reason than we think that's more spawn spaces and ultimately... basically, this is what I call a passive flush, which sounds like a toilet bowl situation. But it is what it is. An active flush would be if there was some sort of a mechanism with water that like makes the mobs drop. This, just their pathfinding is what we're relying on here.
Yeah.
So let's rely on it and go down and see what happens. Oh, yep. Close the kill chamber. Close the kill chamber. Ah! And let's see. Only Beadstone is online outside of the two of us.
So we...
ah!
Oh!
I killed it! I killed it! It's fine! I killed it!
Wow!
Oh my god!
That was some good reflexes there.
Why were we so surprised that mobs are in the mob shoot?
I was right. I think that was my fault. I was right up close to it. He saw me.
Me too. That's the thing. I was like looking into it. All right. So the loot being back there is oh crap. Not axe. So note to self: axes don't work with this mob farm because it's made of wood.
It's made of wood. Yeah. Okay. Well, I'll quickly replace that with some stone. That's easily fixed. Yeah.
But also, like, note to self. Yeah, we need some sort of auto clicker to run this. This thing relies on an auto clicker. Basically, it makes up for how trash it is as a mob farm by allowing us to add the looting effect to it.
Yeah.
However, an auto-clicker, there's no swish, there's no like sweeping edge effect on Bedrock Edition. So we can only target one of the 3 blocks. So we'll need some sort of a mechanism that's gonna push the mobs down the middle still. Yeah, honestly, this is way too functional for something that's currently trying to outcompete AFK's like Lizard account.
Right? The fact that we're still getting, well, we were.
Yeah, we were
getting
actually.
mobs.
Ah!
There we go. Yay!
Why every single time we're like, oh, we're not getting any mobs, it's always a creeper. Always a creeper, instantly.
Yep.
Also, why don't the creepers drop gunpowder? I have looting on this sword.
You put the hoppers there, maybe it's going straight in.
It's fine. So yeah, even just standing here still, just doing this, will actually yield quite a few results, because eventually the mobs are gonna walk into it.
Yeah,
right?
they'll walk in front of it.
Because like, what else do they have going on in their lives?
Yeah, exactly, yeah. They're gonna get bored of that one spot eventually.
The issue really is that we still... Okay, I'm gonna try and put together a list of stuff we need. So, we definitely need a mob middler. Like, the thing that's gonna put the mobs in the middle. And the baby in the corner.
Isn't she an actress? No, that's Bette Midler. That's okay.
And I'm too afraid to ask. Anyhow, yeah, mob middler, we will need some sort of a trasher. And this actually needs to stop looking like a giant fetus. That would also be preferential.
You mean you don't like how it looks? You don't like it how it is?
No, I do not like it, having this giant-headed tiny body. I would very much prefer it to be like, I don't know, a hot air balloon or something like that.
That would be pretty cool.
That would be pretty cool. I hate building them, mind
It
you.
does look like a baby villager, you're right. Yeah.
Yeah, make it not horrible.
Oh, yeah.
That sounds like a better idea, to be honest. Just zooming in.
Those are some good girls. Yes.
I hate it. I hate it so much right now. I hate it so much. So I'm just gonna quickly... No, that made it worse, actually. That made it so much worse. That's awful,
terrifying.
Awful I know, right? And you won't have to see it because it's too far away from your base, but not far away enough from mine. Oh my god.
Let me see this.
No.
I can't see us.
If you're on the roof of my castle and you look that way, it's just...
You can see the face too.
It's like exactly there, staring at you from the fog, menacingly.
But if anyone asks right now, like, it's done. Like, no, that's how we're leaving it.
Yeah, that's how we planned it.
What's wrong with it? But yeah,
what's wrong with us is a bigger question here, I feel.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, it disappears if you're at your base. Oh my lord, this is amazing. We made a crime against everything I hold dear. Thank you so much for helping.
You're very welcome. I'm glad to be part of it.
And having AFK'd here for quite a while, I noticed, unsurprisingly noticed quite a few issues. One, you run out of stamina, not stamina, hunger situation. You die of starvation if you leave this thing running just with an auto-clicker down the middle. That's a thing, and that's a thing that can potentially be fixed, but until we fix it, we won't really be able to just AFK here idly. We will need to actually watch our computer, which is fine, because for the time being, I'm not really asleep. So one thing we haven't really considered here is how to bypass that. Luckily, I talked to people, and people told me, install a beacon with regeneration, because that will cancel out the starvation damage and allow the AFK and camera account to just not die if it's in survival. It also helps because the baby zombies can still kind of bonk you a little. That's a little bit of an issue. It's fairly upsetting, but I'm not necessarily super bothered. The next issue is that ultimately an AFK and autoclicker account is only gonna target these blocks or these blocks or these blocks, and like even if I try and do this diagonally like this, it doesn't cover the entire 6 blocks. So we'll be installing the mob middler. This is actually the easiest part, and I already started. It's basically just 4 pistons on either side of the central mob chamber, and if we, as long as we just activate them occasionally, this should be perfectly fine and perfectly functional, if a little bit noisy. And so we basically do this, and those pistons are not sticky. Wow! I may or may not have messed up. Okay, let me plug up the shaft for a moment, and we'll see how this is gonna function. Okay, pistons are perfectly synchronized, so we should just high. And these. And if a creeper lands right now, I will be dead, so let's just plug this all in. Okay, quite a bit noisy, but if I just point myself here, you can see how stuff is gonna work out. It kinda has no choice. Even the baby zombies are gonna be middled well. And for the love of God, I need a lever to actually turn this thing off, because it's incredibly frustrating. So mob middler is fairly okay, but I still am hesitant to just let a camera account run here for an hour. Now, I don't actually think that the saturation damage is gonna kill him off in an hour, so I'm gonna hold off on the beacon regen unless I can borrow one from someone. Does Jesse have a beacon? Nah, doesn't seem that way. So yeah, no beacon, but again, I don't think that for our test it's gonna matter anyway. We'll get one some other time, or we'll get ourselves a camera account that responds right exactly where it dies. That's actually an option too, although you still have to press the respawn button. Yeah, that's gonna be an issue. What also is gonna be an issue is the chests constantly overflowing, and that's actually a much bigger problem if you ask me. Because the chest overflowing will just leave a bunch of items over here, and though I don't think it's gonna overflow in just an hour, the amount of bows and leather tunics and all that kind of garbage that we're getting is actually nightmare-inducing. We are getting so much that it is actually already clogged up. See? That bone there? It's just not gonna picked up. This is the reason why I hate comparators. Okay, so if I did everything right, then this here clock is gonna make this here dropper function as soon as there are items in it. And if I can throw some items in. Yep, there we go. Now the question here is, why didn't those bones get deposited into this here bone chest? And I think I know the answer. The answer is because this is not a bone chest, this is a string chest. Yep, there we go. We have 1 item filter, 2 item filters, 3 item filters, gunpowder, bone, and string. We should be perfectly fine getting rid of everything else. And admittedly, yeah, we might want to keep the arrows. The arrows are kind of nice. But, oh, no, you don't. But other than that, I really am not feeling bad about getting rid of everything here except maybe the music disc. Oh my god, we made a music disc on accident. That's brilliant. So now I just am gonna glitch into this area here. Enable this hopper, hoping that that will, is it? Ooh, it is functioning. Look at this. Gunpowder is coming through, and it's not coming through into here, which is all I ever wanted. Nice. So now that the garbage disposal is functioning the way we want it, just give it a moment. It's gonna start spewing out all the random items. We can activate the mob middler and activate our auto clicker, which makes everything. If you can hear my mouse click right now, that's because I don't actually have the auto clicker set up at this very moment, but I do have one. Trust me. And we're gonna see exactly how much garbage we can acquire in an hour, giving us the exact rate of this farm. Right after all of this garbage is gets sorted and removed from the equation. Now that I think about it. This thing has 2 minutes left to produce another stack of creepers for the results to be satisfactory. And done. Right, let's see what we got out of the entire situation. Just 3 stacks of string, 2 stacks, actually, yeah, 2 stacks of bones, which is not much, and, would you look at that, 3 stacks of the gunpowder. That's luck. That's luck on our side this time around, because this entire contraption does not feel any flipping efficient. It actually feels incredibly slow using it, but nevertheless, we did end up with 3 stacks of gunpowder in just an hour, which is way more than I anticipated. I thought it's gonna be stacked tops. So I do feel like we are maybe not the best when it gets to this. Maybe not the most confident a competition to the other guys on the market, but we can be up there. Especially because, once again, I have a large number of dumb waiting for me in my shulker boxes. Meaning that potentially what I could do is supplement. Remember, Foxy is over here selling the fireworks for dumb, and I am a friggin' king of dumb. Not even because this is not fake money. I've not just printed more. The overall amount of dumb on the server actually remains the same for the entire season right now. This is just the cash I actually earned from other people via my precious enchanted bookshop. And yeah, the enchanted bookshop itself is also needs to be restocked, but if I ever run out of AFK time somehow, I can perfectly fine grab the cash from here, buy out Foxy, and resell his firework rockets. Potentially for just even the same price. The only goal here is to make people actually channel the cash, because right now my goal is not to make money, it's to make the money I want, the dominant one on the server. And for that, oh my lord, Foxy, thank you so much for making your shop damn accessible. I'll have to talk to Silent about switching his shop from diamonds too, because if he switches fireworks, that's it. That's the game won. We will officially have a Minecraft server not using diamonds as a currency whatsoever by the end of the month. I'm incredibly happy with how this project is going on right now, but there's one more thing that I need to do today before we part ways. That's right, it's finally time for me to address the comment book. You ready to become a part of the true Bedrock history? Ah yeah. Let's write down some names. So the first comment of the bunch is from the video in which I revealed my dastardly plan to mark my videos as recorded in London to make people from London watch them. Which apparently worked, judging by the comment, because the comment says, saying your videos are recorded in London is 101% helping. The reason I mark it down is because this comment came from an account titled A Potential Spam. And frankly, getting approved on my tactics for scamming the algorithm by an account titled A Potential Spam feels really validating. Thank you so much. Next comment is from the episode on which we visited Bruno's party, and the comment specifically reads, I'm still wondering as to how JZB managed to make an animated dress skin by Outcast 1 day ago. And hey, allow me to explain. So, if you go into your profile and switch from the classic skins to these ones, you'll notice that, yeah, there is actually an animated disco top somewhere in here. Yep, there it is. It's 240 coins. It's called Drip Top, and it's really nice. You can also get Rainbow Hoodie and a couple of other ones that are animated. I'm gonna settle on the Celebration sweater because I'm pretty sure I gotten it for free like forever ago. But now you see, my actual head is not the head from my Minecraft skin, and JC somehow somehow had the one. And you probably already guessed it. We have a plugin that allows us to put our own heads on. So all that JC did there is this. Wait, where did it go? No, actually what she did was this. So now, congratulations, we have my short skin with my default skin's head wearing an animated sweater. Ain't that cool? Wow, my head is like way too big for this skin. And finally, we need to address the comments of my Let's Build a Castle episode number 2, because remember, the Let's Build a Castle episodes are still truly Bedrock episodes technically. They're taking place here on the server in survival. I'm building that castle down there at my base place. And the comment I picked out for it reads by Mark L. Beautiful man. Because you know what? I am one. Not just kidding, that's not it. The actual comment I liked pretty much the most is from Punamarahu Vinayakateas. I'm sorry if I mispronounced that. The comment reads, Video Zloy. That's looking snazzy. Live chat. That looks pretty. Live chat Zloy. Debatable. And yes, I am... Look, like half of my personality is self-deprecating humor, okay? The other half is... egomania. It's just imposter syndrome, and I do not wish it onto anyone. Point is, thank you for calling me out. That was... that was very, very fitting. And that's gonna be it for today's True Bedrock episode. We are now independent of everybody else's gunpowder productions. We have our own gunpowder farm, and next episode we'll be opening our own gunpowder shop. Because naturally, what's the point of producing fireworks if no one's there to buy them? The point is flying yourself, but let's face it, where else do I need to be? Thank you everybody so much for watching. This has been Zloy XP. This has been True Bedrock. To be continued. Have a good one. Bye bye.